Hi, and welcome to Real Food Real Fast. I'm health coach Angelle Batten of AngelleBatten.com, and I am here with my favorite chef,
Chef Jackie White from PrepLikeAChef.com.
And in this episode, we are showing you how to make kale chips. So I am always trying to get people to, crowd out potato chips and some of the other not so great snacks and get more greens in their diet. And kale chips are actually a fantastic way to accomplish both of those things, don't you think?
Oh yes, because they're crunchy, you can make them salty, you can make them salty sweet. So a lot of the things that people crave, you can bring into a kale chip, but at the same time, we're not deep frying, so we're not destroying anything. So we're actually making a nutrient-dense snack.
Yeah, and kale, kale is detoxifying, it's anti-inflammatory, it has lots of phytonutrients, those plant-based nutrients. So it's just, it's generally really good for you. And I like to cook my dark leafy greens, especially if there's a thyroid issue going on. It's, it's nice to cook them a little bit. So, these kind of kale chips really are great nutritionally, health-wise, and they satisfy the taste buds.
So first of all, we're using regular kale, not baby kale, for our kale chips. So it comes on a very woody stem.
Yeah.
So I had already done the rest of the bunch. And I'm just going to show you. You just pull off the other pieces.
If they're really big, then you just kind of
rip them
up.
That's it. And then you toss it up.
This is kind of where you enlist your kiddos to help you.
So this isn't just some funky thing they put on your dish anymore. Remember when they used to put
just have a little splash of green on there.
Yeah, and I'm like, why?
Brighten up all the tan and brown.
So then you want to choose a friendly fat to go with your colorful carb. So today we chose ghee because who doesn't love butter?
Right. So ghee, if you're not familiar with it, is clarified butter. So it's been heated. Milk protein's taken off of it. So that's a great one for kale chips.
And it has a higher smoke point than virgin olive oil, so it's better for baking.
I don't tend to use olive oil for this because of the heat. You sometimes do because you have an olive oil that you said you can put in there at 350 and it works. You could use coconut oil, you could use butter, but you taught me something because I tend to add too much of our friendly fat and then we lose the crisp of the kale chips.
So that, who wants chips that are soggy? Nobody. So all I didn't use a real teaspoon measure. I just took a teaspoon out of the drawer and dolloped 1 teaspoon of ghee into a pan, melted it on low. And then once it was melted, I'm just tossing all of my...
Hence the bigger pan for like 1 teaspoon of ghee, but then you can just, instead of getting another bowl out.
So the other way would be to pour it on here, but it's really hard to distribute 1 teaspoon of oil. So
it's amazing how far that 1 teaspoon goes, though.
When you do it like this. And you're rolling it in here.
Yep.
So then the next thing is put a drizzle of maple syrup because I am a salty sweet girl. So your maple's over there if you want to drizzle me.
Yeah. This was hard for Chef Jackie to do without her gloves on, but I said at home you don't really wear your gloves for making kale chips, so we're having her.
They're being heated, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you don't really need very much maple syrup. I just like that bite with bitter greens. So it's kind of the same idea. When you have a bitter green salad, usually it comes with like a fruit vinaigrette.
Yeah. And then we're going to use the Redmond's organic seasoning salt, which we love. So we're just sprinkling it on. We're not.
And one of the reasons we love it is it's already combined for us. We don't have to pull out the garlic, pour out the... So you're just going to put this in. Now this is another thing that...
I love this stuff, so I'm putting a little more in. I'm sprinkling
apparently I didn't put enough in. So I split it between 2 pans because...
This is another thing that I do that drives her crazy. I overcrowd my pans.
When you overcrowd things, they get soggy and they don't cook at an even temperature.
So
some people say put the curls down, air gets around them easier. But look at how kale stands up. Air is going to get around these bad boys. No matter what you do. Yeah. So look at how much that oil.
But look how. So this was. This is what we did with this finished batch over here. We did 2 pans. So one bunch of kale. Put these in the oven at 350, and we kind of got busy shooting another video, so we didn't even turn them.
But normally we would turn them. So you turn them at 5 minutes and do 5 minutes after you turn them. So this takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And look how crunchy and crispy.
They're really good. Really tasty.
And very delicious.
So easy. Store these. How would you store if you weren't eating them right away? Usually
I would store them in an airtight container. Honestly, I almost use mason jars for everything. because it's just so easy for me to store everything, and you can reheat it, Mason. They can.
So if you're going to store them, but usually it gets eaten right away, and this is a great way to get greens, get your kiddos to eat more greens.
And you can even add this to a cold salad to make your crunch.
Yeah, so this is great. So visit us at preplikeachef.com and angellebatten.com and just get in the kitchen and start cooking real food real fast.